Hi, sweet angels. How are you? We have some messages, including myself and the angels, for you to dive into for the month of March. This is everything that the angels want you to know for this season of rebirth. And I have a ton of messages that came through, so I'm really excited to dive into it because the energy that was coming through was all about ease, alignment, rebirth, and vitality. And if you guys don't know me, hi, hello. My name is Amanda. I'm an intuitive leadership coach and your favorite angelic expert. And what I do is I help people get in touch with the energy that lives within them so that way they can show up and create the life and business of their dreams. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the messages. So when I was first sitting down with the angels, what I was really tuning into was this energy of embodied leadership. They had me write down identifying your leadership style. So the message that was coming through was that there's no one way to lead. And asking yourself, is the way that I'm showing up online, is this authentically me? Or am I needing to take a step back to detox from my own digital space and truly find out how I want to show up online and how I want to lead? And the reason why they bring this up is because we carry so many subconscious programs that we don't even realize are operating in the background of our field. And they influence our decisions, they influence our actions. And if you ever catch yourself scrolling on somebody's page and saving their videos, oh, that's really good, I think I should do that. Maybe that'll get me to where I want to go. If you're in this energy and it almost seems like you find one video and you really like, you find another video that you really like, but you're not actually acting on it, or if you are, it doesn't truly feel in alignment or authentic, that's what they're saying. They're saying is now's the time for so many different leaders. And actually it's always been that time, but perhaps the collective just wasn't ready for such individuality. And this is a season for you to harness and embrace your own unique gifts and how you lead and show up in the world. And there's no one right way to lead. There's no one path to success. Success lives within here. So you are already successful. It's just a matter of how do you feel authentic in your content, and in what way do you feel inspired to create and to show up online with your audience? The next message that was coming through was, oh my gosh, yes, this dreamer energy. So what they were giving me as I was sitting and asking for the messages for March, they were saying that for this collective that is receiving this message, this video, you guys are dreamers. You're stepping into this new energy, very much the Fool card in tarot. And as you walk through this brand new door, you're looking back and you're so grateful for the challenges that came into your life, because the challenges were the storm that taught you strength, that taught you courage, that taught you how to appreciate the sun. And you're stepping forward into this new life with such confidence, such conviction in your values, in your energetic boundaries, in who you are. And that's really where this birth of this new intuitive leader is coming in. You're realizing that, and this is for my business owners and entrepreneurs, you cannot succeed. And maybe that's even like not what they're trying to say, but you will always feel like something is missing if we're not tuning into our intuition. Yes, success is possible without it, but it's going to feel difficult. It's going to feel challenging. And we just aren't about that energy anymore. The year of the snake shed all of that out of us. And we're looking for something aligned that we can replicate and that feels easy and clear and inspired. And with this energy of the dreamer, the month of March for you is going to be all about curiosity and being inquisitive and looking at things from that childlike point of view. There's a squirrel on the tree. And just asking to yourself, what is on the other side of this fear? What is on the other side of this challenge? how can I look at things from a different lens? And I want to share a story with you really quick because I feel like it's relevant, but it's been a pretty gloomy here in Pennsylvania for the past few days. And my mom called me yesterday and was like, Amanda, the weather people said it was super gloomy, like the day sucks. And she goes, but Amanda, the birds are so happy. You have to go outside and listen to the birds. And so I went outside and she was right. The birds were singing. It was like a family reunion and people couldn't get enough words in. And it just made me realize something, that everyone is going to hold a different perspective, but there is always a blessing to be found, even in the groggiest of days. So the month of March for you is about exploring these new ideas that have been manifesting in this season of hibernation and seeing how you can guide your attention and intention towards these visions, towards these ideas, and move about it with no attachment to the outcome, but rather just sitting in the energy itself. So then moving on from that, they were talking about shifting into community and moving from selling to connection. So again, this is for my business owners and entrepreneurs, but also for everyone else who feels like they are lacking human connection. So we're seeing this shift starting to occur where we're really coming out of our dens of winter and we're stepping out into the bright light of day. And we're asking our energy, instead of asking everybody else, like, what would you have me know? How can I show up authentically? And what can I create that'll not only serve my highest good, but the highest good of others all around me? And you're stretching yourself, you're waking up, and you're realizing that connection is such a critical component to your soul's well-being. Connecting to like-minded individuals, getting out there and trying something new. Maybe you're the type of person that is like, I've always wanted to try a dance class. Oh, I want to try a dance class, or I want to go to this painting class, or I want to do this and this, but never actually follow through. March is your season to take a dance class, to sign up for a painting class, to do something that you have always wanted to do, but never actually followed through. And perhaps that's because you were in that lack mentality. Like, I don't want to spend the money on that. But now you're like, I have this one life to live. Money is always available to me. I'm going to do what makes my soul happy, because in doing what makes my soul happy, guess what? There's going to be some divine alignment there. Maybe I'll meet somebody. Maybe it'll break through this creative block that I've been in, and all of a sudden I have this epiphany moment when I'm there, because I'm following the guidance of my gut. I'm following the guidance of my soul. And how could I go wrong when I do that? So March, what the angels are saying, is your season to break out and to be seen in new ways and to explore these deep passions of your soul that you have honestly been putting on the back burner because maybe you've just also been just too busy taking care of other people. And so March is also about where you learn to set your energetic boundaries and really make sure that your cup is being filled before you go and support and show up for other people. And they appreciate you for that too, because if we are not filled energetically, then it's like someone is trying to talk to you and that person is on their phone. It's extremely disrespectful, and also you're giving me a half-ass answer and you're not even paying attention to what I'm saying. That's like us if we show up with a half tank of energy. We're not fully present because we're so consumed with what else we have to do. We're in that state of survival, so we can't actually relax and allow others to be fully seen. So that's why it's really important for you to fully see yourself, to nurture yourself in the month of March, so that way you can show up in your brightest and your fullest, and other people will feel that and appreciate that. So you are choosing to water your inner garden. A lot of you are, oh my gosh, yes. A lot of you are meeting your soul for the first time. You're meeting your soul for the first time. Over these past few months, you have chosen to detach yourself from the external world and truly build a home within you. And in this home, in this internal reality, you realize that all possibilities exist. And that when you tune in to the energy of your soul, you are seeing, I can truly have everything that I desire so long as I know where my home is, so long as I build my home within me. And instead of looking for validation in the external world, I look for evidence here within inside myself. And when you have started looking for that evidence within you, you met your soul. And before, maybe your soul has peeked out behind the clouds, but you've never actually consistently been in alignment with your soul. And it is one of the most beautiful reconnections that you have ever experienced. You're getting to know yourself on one of the deepest levels. And like I said before, perhaps your ego kind of drew you back out into the external world, but something has deeply shifted in you. And you're like, I don't care what's going on outside me. Like, I know my truth within me, 11:11, as I say that. And your soul is one of the most magnificent, joyful expressions of the divine. And you are now asking your soul, how do you want to show up every day? What would make you the happiest? And instead of asking and not listening, you're asking and following through. So you're probably starting to notice, and this is only going to continue in the month of March, this beautiful snowball effect where it's becoming easier and easier to regulate. And you're waking up with more inspiration. You're waking up actually excited to get the day started. And when you sit down to do whatever it is that you're going to focus on, you're like, whoa, I get to do this with my soul, the deepest part of me, the part of me that has never been separate from the divine. And I get to learn about my soul. I get to take action in alignment from my soul. And every day is like an advent calendar of pure magic, because you're just learning something new about yourself in such a deep, intimate way. It is so cool. It is so beautiful. And I wrote down here from the angels, whoa, is this what I've been missing? Like, you just realize there's no better feeling in the world than aligning with your soul. And in that, what they're telling me is that as we move into this month, you are creating channels for your soul's energy to birth through you and to move through you. And you're doing this through your energetic boundaries, but also your intentions. So, for example, perhaps before you had these routines and rituals that serve the old self, and now you're like, how can I turn on and tune in? And what you're doing is, perhaps before you start your workday, you're lighting a candle, and the intention is, I'm creating the container for my soul to flow through me. Or perhaps before you're going to the gym in the morning or driving to wherever, you have your cup of coffee and your intention is, I'm going to be fully present with myself. This is my moment to fill my cup first before I fill anybody else's cup. And you're not filling anyone else's cup, but before I serve other people in my day. And this is so powerful because you're truly aligning the masculine with the feminine. The feminine is your soul. It's the expression of God. And the masculine are the rituals and the routines that you have started to put into your life to create the container to keep your energy safe and to channel it in the highest form for yourself and for others. And what the angels are also saying is that this month is all about the focus on the physical body. I've been saying this for a while because the message has been coming through that 2026 is all about regulating our nervous system and the physical body. And I thoroughly believe that, because as someone personally who has done a lot of spiritual work, I always wondered why I kept coming up against blocks. And I noticed this within my clients. And then the aha moment happened, and I started diving into nervous system regulation. And That's what the angels are saying, is that this month in particular is all about nourishing the physical body. Our body is a living temple in which the soul resides. So more than just nutrition and movement, asking your body, like, how can I support you? How can I love you? How can I soothe you? And what I wrote down here, what the angels told me, is you're looking for to your nervous system to see the results of your inner work. And because before, you would look to the outside world for validation that you have healed. You would look in relationships for your healing, and relationships are a really great place to look for your inner work journey. But you're looking to your nervous system, because everything lives within you, and your nervous system is going to be the first one to tell you, hey, I feel safe, or hey, I don't feel safe. And that goes for relationships too, because when you put your energy into understanding if you've healed in terms of relationships, you could get sticky and picking up on other people's energy. But when you just ask your nervous system, do I feel safe? Do I feel healed? When you go to check your bank account, or when something happens that you would typically be triggered by, all of a sudden you're like, yes, I feel safe, I feel grateful, I feel good. And your nervous system is firing on all cylinders. And it's this rebirth of your connection with the physical body, because the body is divine. And when we can learn how to nurture our body, love our body, care for our body in so many beautiful ways, we really develop this deep relationship with the human aspect of ourselves, which, again, maybe for a while you might have been almost detesting or running from the human element, but like, the human aspect of our divinity is so beautiful. It's the earth which grounds us, right? Like, our body is symbolic of Mother Earth, and our breath is symbolic of the divine. So we are literally heaven and earth combined, and this is about regulating. This is about somatic healing, somatic movement. If you feel tired throughout the day, you're getting up and you're dancing, you're doing something to break up your energy. You're just becoming so consciously aware of what your body needs from moment to moment. And the last message that I have for you, March is going to be such a good month for you guys. The last message is that March is going to be light, aligned, and intuitive for you. And oh my gosh, okay, yes. So what they said to me was that flowers are growing that you didn't even expect would grow, because you are so connected to your soul, to your divine source, that it is giving life. Things are coming alive that you had forgotten about. Manifestations from years ago that you desired are now coming to the forefront. Things that you didn't even ask for, but like, your soul has truly been craving, because you're aligning with the energy of your soul. Like, opportunities and magic, abundance, like, ideas are coming in that are just totally in alignment, more than you could have ever even imagined. And it's because you've developed such a deep connection with yourself, with your soul. And it is profound, because they are coming to bloom, and you're like, I never even remember planting this seed. And you didn't have to. It's like spontaneous. It's, what is the word? It's the immaculate conception of your dream, because you had faith in yourself, because you had faith in God that lives within you. You are giving birth to more than you could ever even imagine. Your soul is moving with you and through you to attract and manifest things into your life that are here to align you with your soul's mission, with your purpose. And you didn't have to go out and seek them. You didn't have to go and search for them. All you needed to do was to love yourself, was to love your soul, and to see yourself, and to build a home there. And you've done that, and you're continuing to do that, and you've shown up, and you've done the work, and you're consistent with it. And that is why you're experiencing the immaculate conception of your dreams. Because now everything on an energetic level is working in harmony. And so there's no fear anymore. There's no worry. And even if fear arises, even if discomfort arises, you're asking yourself, what's on the other side of this fear? What's on the other side of this discomfort? That's actually been something I've been asking myself at the gym when my legs burn from doing something. I'm like holding my leg up. I'm like, what's on the other side of this pain right now? What's on the other side of this discomfort? And all I tell myself is strength, courage, confidence, empowerment. And for whatever reason that works. And I hold myself there, and suddenly the pain dissolves and it's over. So I'm so excited for you guys for the month of March. This is going to be such an extraordinary month for you. Your intuition is spot on this month, and because you've developed such a deep relationship with your soul, that only means that your intuitive gifts and your intuitive connection is developing at a rapid pace. The last message that I have for you is to be gentle and to be kind with yourself, to allow yourself the space to be present with whatever is arising for you, but knowing that you don't have to actually find the origin point of your pain, because that's not going to change anything. Maybe it'll make you feel better, but just know that that's in the past, and you don't have to live there anymore. You're here and now. And the more you align with your soul, and the more you let go of all of the programs that were never yours to carry, you will continue to rise and shine in your divine truth and your divine light. And it is an honor to serve and to walk along your side. So if these messages resonated for you, I would love to hear from you. March is going to be your month, guys. It really, really is. I'm so excited for you. And I will talk to you very soon.